everyone, it's Susan with Sharksploitation Sunday, and today we're going to get into the Sharktopus franchise. Oh yes, the beloved half shark, half octopus that we've all grown to know and love. Well, maybe. But we'll get into which one of them should you take with you if you're stranded on a desert island. I mean, I really don't know why you would be in that scenario, but if you ever are, you will really wish you had watched this video. If you're a big fan of Sharksploitation, this is the channel for you, and I'd like to give some appreciation to all of you who have liked and subscribed. This is a new channel and it's taking off right now thanks to you guys, so thanks so much. Sharktopus came out on the Sci-Fi Channel in 2010, and it was produced by Roger Corman. Oh yeah, you know him, you love him. He's responsible for like 50,000 Poe movie adaptations, all starring Vincent Price. And we know how much we love Vincent Price. Another thing you can always count on with Roger Corman produced films is a lot of TNA. And you are sure going to get that in your face in this franchise. Look, none of us are going into a movie called Sharktopus expecting a masterpiece of cinema. And this is about a shark mixed with an octopus. It's hybrid horror at its finest. And we know where we're getting into. This movie can be a lot of fun if you shut your brain down. But really, it could have been over about the 37-minute mark, because most of it is just chasing Sharktopus, almost catching him, whoops, letting him go, chasing Sharktopus, almost catching him, whoops, letting him go. Eric Roberts, yeah, that Eric Roberts, is a geneticist who created this gene splicey goodness that is S11. Otherwise known as Sharktopus. He thinks the beast is trained, but S11 breaks free from his mind control helmet, and he's let loose upon Puerto Vallarta. His daughter Nicole, who by the way is the same girl who's in Shark Lake, she teams up with an ex-employee who is some sort of mercenary hybrid fish hunter, and they band together to try to find S11 and bring it back alive. Eric Roberts' character pretty much spends the entire movie drunk on a boat and putting his daughter Nicole's life in danger. My favorite part of the movie is when a pirate radio DJ plays a song by the Cheetah Horse called Hot Rod Hell Kitten, and it's set to a brief yet disappointing boob and ass montage. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here for Sharktopus itself, and honestly, the monster's kinda neat. Half gray-white, half octopus, this overly shiny leviathan features spikes along its gills and can walk on land. In one scene, I swear I saw a belly button beak hole, you know, like the mouth of an octopus. It was a fleeting moment and it was not spoken of, but I don't understand why they didn't focus more on this feature. So after enduring about 45 minutes of movie and 45 minutes of filler, this mercenary guy finally does what he should have done all along, which is to shoot the damn thing. Yeah, that could have shaved a few minutes off this monstrosity of a film. However, those bullets seem to bounce off Sharktopus like quarters off a stripper's ass. Nicole finally figures out that our S11 has a little kill switch in its noggin. But first they have to tag it with something that looks like a bottle of Massengill douche. Then she needs to figure out the password. Then, and only then, can they make the Sharktopus go boom. I really didn't understand this whole process, but it was good to know that no one in the splash zone would be left with a not-so-fresh feeling. Let's continue our slide down that slippery slope deeper into the franchise with the second one, the sequel, which is Sharktopus versus Terracuda. This sequel picks up right where Sharktopus left off. A really silly woman who claims to be a marine biologist named Lorena finds a tiny little egg sac with a baby Sharktopus in it, and then come to find out that this poor thing has been raised in captivity by her unscrupulous uncle who owns an aquarium. They put this poor critter on display in front of all the unwashed masses, and they even have a slogan, Sharktopus, don't just say it, scream it. And Lorena, she's trying to train it, and they use chlorine to sedate it. Chlorine. Then we find out the big baddie of the movie is genetically splicing prehistoric DNA with other things. And voila, we have Terracuda. Terracuda's command programming gets hijacked by some Russian who sets it loose upon the good people of Cancun. And Big Baddie Guy ends up hiring Sharktopus to hunt and kill Terracuda. And by hire, I mean he drills a hole into the poor thing's skull and inserts a mind control helmet. Sharktopus and Terracuda periodically engage in fights, both in the air and underwater. Both creatures fight like sissies. This movie numbs your mind. The acting is awful. I know that's what we expect from these movies, but goddamn. I mean, any effort they were making to make this humorous, like Sharknado, fails like a toddler on a greased paddleboard. Another little highlight besides those epic battle scenes is that Conan O'Brien has a cameo in this movie, and he does get killed, and his head is used in a volleyball match. But, I mean, by the time that happens, you'll be long dead inside, so I don't know if it really helps. As is protocol for Sharktopus, his mind control helmet gets ripped out, and he goes rogue. He spends the rest of the movie trying to look for Lorena and eating up all the peeps along the way. Lorena gets captured by that big baddie and his henchmen. The big baddie gets his very predictable comeuppance. Lorena and the henchmen use a disco ball to lure Terracuda into this dull and lifeless climax of the movie. That's not a metaphor. They actually use a disco ball. Listen, I really am a fan of the shark hybrid sharksploitation subgenre. Sharktopus is my homeboy. Terracuda, on the other hand, is a straight up chump. He screams like a little girl. And again, that's not a metaphor. He sounds like Linnea Quigley on repeat, stuck in an echo chamber. Now, coming to the third one. The second one really disappointed me, I'm not gonna lie. So I had high expectations for Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf. And I mean, I expected that this thing would fart laser beams and growl the growl of 1,000 twisted souls. I really wasn't disappointed, you guys. This is unadulterated comedy at this point. And it stars Casper Van Dien. We know him, we love him. Starship Troopers, Shark Attack. He plays a lovable drunk named Ray, who's living in the Dominican Republic with his ex-girlfriend and his buddy Pablo. Catherine Oxenberg, yeah, the one who starred in Dynasty and rescued her daughter from a cult in real life, is a mad scientist with a really butchered German accent. She injects an aging baseball player with a mixture of wolf and orca DNA. When moonlight strikes him, presto changeo, we have Whale Wolf. Whale Wolf is buff, loyal to his German master, and loves doggy treats and body parts. Aww. By the time we meet Whale Wolf, Sharktopus is already chomping his way hither and yon. There's a voodoo priest who bails Ray's drunken ass out of jail and demands Sharktopus' heart in return. The heart will allow the voodoo guy to control Sharktopus. And we also learn that Sharktopus has a Twitter account. That might not be that relevant to the plot, but yes, I did totally look up his Twitter account. It does exist, and I'm following him. Whale Wolf is kind of adorable, you guys. The whale part is the dorsal and tail, and the wolf shows in his paws and canine head area. He pants, he howls, he growls, he's totally adorbs. Unfortunately, he's really a womanizing ex-baseball player transformed into the hybrid beast, so deep down in his cockles, he's just a human dickhead. Eventually, Ray pisses off the voodoo guy. They end up luring both Sharktopus and Whale Wolf into a baseball stadium, and here comes the epic finale. Not so much. Yet, I was tickled by this movie. Why? Because it totally embraced the camp, and Casper did a great job overacting and hamming it up. Another great scene is when the cops are called to a gang rumble, and it's all choreographed like it was the Michael Jackson Beat It video. Whale Wolf and Sharktopus end up eating pretty much everyone, and then get down with their own jazz vocabulary. I was so happy. The Sharktopus franchise has redeemed itself with its third installment. So which one do you bring with you on a deserted island if that should ever happen to you? I say the third one, Sharktopus versus Whale Wolf. I mean, that one really embraces its comedy. It doesn't take itself seriously, and Whale Wolf is adorable. So that's it for today, kids. Thank you for tuning in. And if you would like to purchase my book, Encyclopedia Sharksploitanica, which is a thorough comedic examination of 85 shark movies, you can always buy it through a link in the description box below. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.